Now it turns out that this is a way of extorting money from India's largest corporates. It is a way of stealing money from the biggest contracts in the country. It is a way of intimidating corporates and making them, forcing them to give money to the BJP. So it is the world's biggest corruption scam, it is the world's biggest extortion racket, and it is run by the Prime Minister of India. I don't really expect the Indian media to pick up this in a large way, because I know, from past experience, the type of things you focus on. But this is huge theft taking place right in front of everybody's eyes, and it has been orchestrated by the Indian Prime Minister. Now, if you have any questions, please.
Yes, Archana. I'll come to you.
The opposition has been demanding for this electoral survey, and now it is out. And as we are seeing it, a 50% like vote, then opposition, whether it is the party or the PNC. So now what will be the further strategy?
Look, the question is not whether it is 10%, 20%, 50% more. The question is that none of the opposition parties have access to contracts at the national level. None of the opposition parties are giving highway contracts, are giving defense contracts to these people. Okay? So, none of the opposition parties are controlling the CBI. None of the opposition parties are putting Pegasus on people's phones. None of the opposition parties are controlling the income tax department. None of the opposition parties are controlling the extortion directorate. These are all controlled directly by the BJP and by the Prime Minister of India. And what we are seeing is criminal extortion from corporate India. Every single corporate knows this. They are scared, they are pressured, but this is what is going on. The question here is not opposition. The question here is that months after a contract is given, the corporate is suddenly giving electoral bonds to the BJP. The question here is, immediately after CBI is filing a case, ED is filing a case, the corporate is giving money to the BJP. This is the issue here, right? And it is blatant, and it is run by the Prime Minister of India.
Yes.
Technically, by law for extortion, you need a complaint. In a way, through electoral bonds, BJP got 5,000 crores, Congress also got around 1,400. So these are allegations. What is the logical conclusion?
These are not allegations; these are facts. If you look at these companies, you can see that certain of these companies have never donated money to the BJP, have got an ED case on them, a CBI case on them, and then immediately they are giving money to the BJP. You can see that there are a large number of shell companies here, right, which are connected to other companies, which are giving money to the BJP. It's upfront, right? So don't try and create this idea of technicality. Okay? You please be an impartial journalist, and you see what is in front of you. And don't try and muddy the waters, right? There is no question here of what do you mean what happens next? What happens next is this is the criminal act that has been imposed on the people of India. That's what happens next. An investigation of this act hopefully takes place, right? The Supreme Court acts on this, and as important, maybe it's about time some of you start writing about it.
Yeah, Haji.
जो टॉप 5 डोनर्स हैं उसमें से 3 डोनर वो हैं जिनके यहाँ पर आईटी या सीबीआई आती है, उसके बाद वो डोनेट करते हैं। अब कल चुनाव आयोग की ओर से डेट भी डिक्लेयर किया जाएगा चुनावों का, तो ये कितना अहम मुद्दा रहने वाला है 2024 चुनावों के लिए आप लोग?
नहीं, ये देखिए, ये बहुत अहम मुद्दा तो है, मगर
इस स्केल का भ्रष्टाचार, इस लेवल का भ्रष्टाचार कि आप देश के पूरे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को करप्शन करने में लगा दो, सीबीआई को, ईडी को, इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट को, इन्वेस्टिगेटिव सारी के सारी का रोल आप करप्शन बना दो। और आइडिया किसका है? आइडिया प्रधानमंत्री का है। प्रधानमंत्री ने स्वयं कहा कि इलेक्टोरल बॉन्ड्स से पॉलिटिकल फाइनेंस साफ होगा। तो मतलब ये इससे बड़ा भ्रष्टाचार तो हो ही नहीं सकता। और ये गडकरी जी ने नहीं कराया, ये नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कराया है, सीधी सी बात है।
अभिनव, एक मिनट। अभिनव,
these companies are funding, but most of these companies, they are operating from a state or two states where your government is there, Telangana or in Karnataka, and they are getting mega, for example, MEIL, Mega Engineering Infrastructure and Infrastructure Private Limited, and they got projects in your government in the states. Like
No, you're wrong.
That's wrong.
Our government in Telangana has come a few months ago.
In Karnataka.
Right? No, actually you're wrong. That's not what's happened. Again, we are not controlling the ED, we are not controlling the CBI, we are not controlling the income tax department, and there is no correlation between our contracts and between contracts and funding to us. Please take a good look at the dates of these things and you will see that there is a correlation between these things in the BJP.
हाँ अजीत, एक मिनट अजीत।
मेरा सवाल भारत जोड़ो यात्रा से जुड़ा हुआ है। ये 5 साल 5 न्याय और 25 गारंटी के साथ
भैया हमारा फोकस आज ये भ्रष्टाचार पे है, कल नहीं।
इसी पे करने आ रहा हूं।
अच्छा,
तो यात्रा कल खत्म होगा। ये जो चुनाव 2024 का है, ये आपके लिए डू एंड डाई का चुनाव क्या होगा? और अगर कांग्रेस हारती है तो पहली बार होगा कि 15 साल के लिए कांग्रेस सत्ता से बाहर होगी। अगर आप
देखिए आप इसको डिस्ट्रैक्ट करने की कोशिश मत कीजिए, ठीक है? ये यात्रा के बारे में नहीं है, ये भ्रष्टाचार के बारे में है। आप लोग लगे रहते हो कि डिस्ट्रैक्ट करना है। रियलिटी ये है कि सबसे बड़ा भ्रष्टाचार हिंदुस्तान की हिस्ट्री में, हिंदुस्तान के पूरे इंस्टीट्यूशंस को लेकर नरेंद्र मोदी ने किया है, ठीक है? तो आप काइंडली इसको डिस्ट्रैक्ट करने की कोशिश मत कीजिए, बड़ा ऑब्वियस हो जाता है, सब लोगों को समझ आ जाता है।
सर मैं एक पॉलिटिकल सवाल पूछ सकता हूं?
हाँ जी।
सर इस तरह से महाराष्ट्र की जो भी पार्टियां हैं, शिवसेना है, राष्ट्रवादी है, और भी अलग अलग प्रदेश में इन पार्टियों को दो टुकड़ा किया जो महाविकास आघाड़ी के साथ में है, उसका इफेक्ट कितना पड़ेगा? और
नहीं, वो दो टुकड़े में वो जो किया उसका पैसा कहां से आया? यहीं से तो आया। जो ये हिंदुस्तान में स्टेट गवर्नमेंट आफ्टर स्टेट गवर्नमेंट गिरा रहे हैं, पैसा कहां से आ रहा है? इधर से तो आ रहा है। और ये